coming off of winning the J Paint Trophy, we were ninth in the league, and all we need to do is get to sixth and stay at sixth to make the playoffs. So right now, we're gonna play Brentford, and to be honest, they're just in the way. They're just a team that's in the way of our destiny right now. We need to win this game to maintain our spot and make it to the playoff. And the way how the playoff works is last year it should have been if we were in the top three, we would get to be in the playoff. But in League Two, I guess with this game, they just let us move on through. And then now we're in League One where there's an actual playoff where you got to get into that top six range. And I think the first two obviously make it through being first and second. So from 3 to 6, you're all battling for that last spot. And it'd be great too right here to just get some momentum in terms of I've been playing a couple matches so far this year, so another game to get a little bit more momentum would be great. And I know how this team works. I know who's the best. I know who's going to put us on their back and get us a victory. So I ain't tripping at all about nothing Brentford got going. And it's a home game for us right here. As you can see, we're in our home stadium. So what is the name of our home stadium? I forget. I know I had written it down when I did my whole research. The name of our home stadium is... Damn, we're from Buckinghamshire? What the heck? The name of our stadium is Adams Park. So you don't come to Adams Park and think you're going to beat us. Man, that sounds so corny, bro. I don't care what it sounds like. We just need to get this dub. That's all it sound like, be like, feel like, is like. And that's the crazy thing about these lower level clubs. I don't know none of these teams, and I don't know anybody that's on them, to be honest with you. I think Brentford might be, if I'm not mistaken, let's see, Brentford might be present day in the EPL. I believe they are, which is crazy. But not my problem. Angle gets the first goal for us. That's all that is my problem. Not my problem. That's just not my problem. Because when I was going through trying to decide on a club, I did want to go to a club that I could help advance. And I just feel like Wycombe is the perfect situation. We was able to advance out of League 2. And right now, we're on our way to advancing out of League 1. And that's just perfect for coming from Red Bull when there is no promotion. Tompkins with the goal. We going crazy right now. It's 3-0. Like, there was no moving up. We was the best team in the East for, all 7 years that I was there. It wasn't even a question. So now we're getting a little bit of a challenge. Strapped for cash. Lack of talent. Tompkins with another goal. No youth system. At least when we went to Red Bull, we had assets to move to get more money. And we even started with 4.6 in America. So we had a lot to work with. I feel like. There we go. There we see Glen Foy. Bro, it's crazy. When we freaking won the cup, we didn't see him. But now we see him clapping and I don't know. I was about to say clapping and stapping, but what the hell's a stapping? I just be making up words, bro. Just like Snoop D-O double, man. Just be making up words. And obviously they're clapping because they know we're going to be in the playoff. They know we had a good game and we gave our fans something to be happy about. I was about to say we showed up and showed out, but I mean, I don't know if Brentford was even good. Like, they probably was bottom of the league. We just needed some nice momentum and also to just maintain our spot. Because if I wasn't mistaken, damn, did he really just kick that behind? Oh, that's tough. I didn't even see that sequence as it happened. He really flicked it behind for the assist. It's crazy. That is sick. And then we got the rebound. I actually haven't been paying attention to how we've been scoring. I really just been yapping like I always do. Because that was probably one of the best sequences I've had to this point. That ain't bad right there either. Tompkins, man of the match, obviously, because he showed out. We ended up scoring 4 goals. We beat the crap out of them, bro. It looked like we scored the most goals of the week, or at least this match day, out of everybody, and the largest margin of victory. Hey, man, it is what it is. I don't wish ill on nobody. I hope everybody's ready to play us because I want their best shot to get 23,000 to the budget. And it's time for the playoffs. So it looked like what we're going to do is an aggregate once a week. And I'm cool with that. We have, it looks like Coventry, if I'm not mistaken. Like I said, I really don't know the teams, but I know a little something. And I don't understand how these fools got on Brazil colors, which could be trouble for me. Because anytime we go against Brazil and Brazil colors, we lose. So we'll see. I mean, this ain't them. They ain't got no Neymar on there. They ain't got no Alexander Pato on there. So we should be fine. I just wonder, like, why is he wearing orange cleats? That's one of the things that's always fascinated me about sports. Like, people will be wearing like all purple, and then they come out with some orange cleats. Now, if you want to look like the Green Goblin, that's cool, right? But they don't be matching, bro. And it's funny I say that because my favorite player right now in the league is LaMelo Ball, and he literally does that. Like, he wears Charlotte colors are kind of similar to the Wycombe colors in all reality. And then he comes out with freaking. I think gold is not bad that he wears sometimes, but like comes out with purple and red. Well, they are purple. See, I'm bullcrapping. See, I be just yapping, man. I can't even tell you a good combination or a combination that's weird. Because he really doesn't. But some NBA players do. A lot of them do shit. I did. High school, my senior year, my team was black and orange, and my cleats was black, silver, and blue. Actually, it was like the Wycombe colors because they were soccer cleats, which is actually crazy. That make me want to look them up right now, bro, because I definitely had soccer cleats, bro. I don't know why. 2010 Nike soccer cleats. It was new too. I know I got them off of like Dick's. They was definitely new. I think they were, yeah, they definitely were Nike. If I was able to, were they the Mercurials? I think they were. I'm sure they were. I just gotta find the colorway. It wasn't these. Yeah, it was the Mercurials. So we got a chance right here to get a penalty goal. This, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Let's go, Angle. In the 81st minute, we needed that. We definitely needed that. So now I'm watching that, but I'm also trying to find those cleats, bro. Oh, I see them. Well, I see the other colorways that they got right here. Definitely looking at some of them right here. Mercurial. So we ended up winning 1-0. And that's the funny thing about me is I really was wearing soccer cleats. That's what happens when you're basically first sport is soccer. You don't have no common sense to say, hey, I probably shouldn't wear soccer cleats on the football field, but the field is the field. The only difference is what we're doing in terms of our motions and actual contact. Let's see, 2010 Nike Mercurial. I'm trying to see if I can get the actual ones, bro. Like the actual ones that I had. It's 2010s. Because I'm looking at it right now and all the 2010s, like it's that same half color thing. It's not 2009s. I know it's not. I know it wasn't a year old. I'm trying to find the color I had. Because the way how my whole Facebook had got hacked, I don't know if I'll be able to go on Facebook and go to my old account and actually see my cleats. Should be able to. Let's see. If I go to photos, I should be able to see them, bro. Nope. Can't see them. Got hacked like a moth. Can't see a damn thing. I mean, maybe if I do this where you just go all the way freaking back and keep going and keep going and keep going, maybe it'll come up. So now we got the second leg. Yeah, it ain't gonna let me. Against Coventry. Let's see. Silver. I'm gonna just put silver. Because I'm pretty sure it was like silver, black, and blue. I'm trying to find it, bruh. And blue. I know it was blue. I think this is it right here, bro. And it was purple. I'm bullcrapping. This it right here. I've been looking at it this whole time, bro. Hey, bro. What's wrong with me? It's been here actually this whole time. This gotta be it right here. Cause I believe I do have a picture of myself. I gotta go on my actual photos though. My actual like iCloud photos. Cause I know I definitely got a picture of myself. I should. But then that's the thing with those cleats. That was only for my senior year. I was weird like that, where I had like 2 pairs, a practice pair, game pair. Nope, not on this. That is so odd. Cause I remember too, like hey man, I be wearing that. I be putting that shit on, bro. I definitely be putting that shit on, cause that was my soccer cleats that I had, and then I know for what was it, 2014 Nike white, and then highlighter. I have those cleats. Those cleats are somewhere in storage. The I'm going to tell you the name of them right now. The ones I have for right here, the Vapor Carbon Elite 2.0s. And Topoko gets the gold, by the way. I'm over here searching up, Googling up. But yeah, so I had these yeah. And it's crazy because I got the Nike Vapor Carbon Elites. So 2014 Nike Vapor Carbon Elite, because my boy had it. And we end up getting the dub 1-0, and we ended up winning aggregate 2-0. But yeah, I have really got these cleats because my boy Tyler had them, and Tyler was tough. So I actually ended up getting them after the fact. So 2014 is when they came out. He had them, and I ended up getting them. Shoot, 2015 season, but they still had them obviously in stock. It's not like freaking stuff go out of stock in one day or 1 year. My bad, I'm tripping, bro. I remember going to, it might have been Dick's or something, and I seen them. I was like, yeah, I gotta have those. And I was even going to like a whole new school and everything, but I was like, nah, I gotta have those. The white with the highlighters. I'm just going on this tangent because I swear I used to dress the best in the world when it came to this. Like, I might have wore some funky stuff when it came to like my long sleeves that I would wear under, or like my leggings that I would wear under, but my feet, I feel like I've always been elite, bro. So now we're going to the final. So there's a European Championship coming up right here. England, Italy, I don't really got no players on that. Germany, my boy Matthias Sam should be on this team. Yep, he's there. And then Netherlands, my boy Kuwik should be there. He is. And then for Spain, my boy Javi should be there. Yeah, he is. And then Alonso, and then maybe Insua, but I'm not sure. I don't think so. All I know is we're going against Peterborough here in the final. Now, I think that's Peterborough. Am I tripping? Or did we just play Peterborough last episode for the J Paint? I'm pretty sure we just played these boys, bro, for the J Paint. Yeah, bro. We just played them. So now, that's crazy that we keep matching up with them. Now, we playing them to see who gonna go to the Champions League. So, and it's in the rain, and we back in Wembley Stadium. So yeah, I think I'm pretty sure. Nah, we won. Did we win the J Paint in Wembley or did we win the J Paint at home? Not so sure. I don't keep track of all that kind of stuff. And the crazy thing that I do keep track of is like when we do go to these bigger stadiums. Look at this place, bro. Why is the game going so damn slow? Or am I tripping? The rain got everybody moving slow. You see that? Boy, I can't stand the rain on my window. But yeah, we gotta get this, man. We gotta finish off on a high note. I feel like we've been a great team ever since I got control of them and changed up our tactics and changed up our roster. Haven't gotten too many young guys in yet, obviously. And I think I might have told y'all too, I'm about to start doing it differently where I really only sign guys in July before the season. Especially for FIFA, I think it makes more sense to sign them in July. I think one thing that was weird that I might have touched on before is that I was signing guys for 2-3 years before I sent them over to their new club. And in real life, their stats would never restart to zero. It'll just be obviously different in a new league. So in this scenario where I'm going to keep them and go through the season, I think it's better to sign, especially my good guys that's going to be potentially our FIFA stars, to just wait till July or when the season resets, which would be July 1st. So here we are. Very important matchup. I don't want it to be a rivalry, but shit, it might be if we the ones that end up stopping them from moving up and we took the J Paint from them a couple months ago. Might be. Same old squad though. I don't really change it up much. And trying to just live in the moment right here, man. See if we could get two. I don't know if there's a trophy that comes with getting a promotion or you just get a promotion, but either which way, ain't gonna go make sure of it. I feel like he scores our first goal every time that we've played so far, so I ain't tripping. Last episode, I was looking for cleats. This episode, we try to look for promotions. Burns gets a goal. I don't know if he's ever scored for us before. Either which way, I ain't tripping. And you want to know something too? Talking about cleats, I'm one of those weird guys where I feel like my brother benefited from like my style and that kind of stuff because he had like, damn, his senior year did he have cleats. I know his junior year he had them Adidas. He had some Adidas soccer cleats his junior year. And then Dogby, he scores. Cause I could go look at it. So our first cleats that we had got for him might have been the Adidas cleats. And then that was because it was like COVID year, his junior year. So yeah, his first cleats that he got was some Adidas cleats. And then after the Adidas cleats, he ended up getting well, we had baseball cleats too. So he ended up having these Jordans baseball cleats that obviously, because it was still rubber on the bottom, you could use it for football. So he had those. And then we got some Vapors. And I think he got the Vapors his junior year still too. I think his junior year before the first game, he already had the Adidas. Then he got the Vapors. Because I remember his foot was hurting or something. Because we had the Adidas the whole time breaking them in. It was soccer cleats, bro. And I don't even know how I keep doing that. And I don't know. Let me go look them up. Cause we just we just was like whatever. And I'm pretty sure it was Adidas 2020 black soccer cleats, and they were like mids. Now this is a little bit different. This is one thing. Tompkins wins man of the match. This is actually there. I think these is it right here that just came up. Yeah, these look like it. The Adidas Predator. The Predator looked like the one more than these other like. It's either the Predator or the Ace. Shoot, it might be it's the Predator. Because I remember it being that weird, like, netting. So we ended up winning $61,000 as I continue to go down my memory lane of cleats. All right, we got some guys to re-sign. Yeah, but it was these Predator cleats. It just happened, bro. And I was like, yo, these cleats is hard. So he had the Predator cleats, and he wore those for his first couple of games his junior year. Then I don't know what happened, man. Like it always does when it comes to my brother. Ends up getting some freaking vapors. And that's what I was trying to get at is like his vapors, my vapors. It's like a flashback. Now we both have vapors. Trying to find the pictures because I know if I go back far enough on my camera roll, I could find the pictures, bro. The season didn't start till around here. And then right here, I'm looking at a picture. I'm trying to see a cleat, though. I'm seeing everything but a cleat. Yeah, first, shit, he was wearing the Vapors by the first couple games. He wasn't even wearing the Adidas no more. I remember him complaining about his foot hurting, so he had the Adidas, and then he had the Vapors that he was wearing. And those were the Vapors that literally had vapor on the back, like the generic kind of like Vapors that they had in 2020. And then, like I said, then we get to 21, and then he's wearing the Jordan cleats. I think we're moving up, by the way. I know we're moving up. But yeah, I think he wore the Jordan ones senior year. And now we're going to go through our stats for the season for our team. Let's get off of the cleats real quick. So we ended up finishing sixth, but we ended up finishing really third because we won. And then as we look here, we didn't really have nobody do anything spectacular. I guess Grant had 10 goals for us. And then Grant had, it looks like another 6 assists for us. So he was really our guy this season. And then our goalie was top 5 in clean sheets. So, shoot, did their thing. For real, for real. All right, let's go look at the actual stats. Shoot, it's going to take a little minute to get to. Just because we're a W and we're all the way basically at the bottom. So yeah, we got 7 goals from Angle, 8 from Tompkins, 10, and then 6 assists from our guy Grant. And then our young guy, if I'm not mistaken, I had written it down. He only scored like 1 goal to Poco, bro. He didn't really do much. Well, that's not true. Didn't he score like 2? Because I remember scoring 2 with him. But remember, it was in the different tournaments, not in the normal season that we're talking about. And then here, right, Tompkins had 3. He was one of the leaders for us. And there we go, Topoko right there with his 2 in the J paint. Right. I forget about that. Angle has some assists. Yeah, I forgot. Like, the numbers go different depending on the tournament. So in the regular League 1 season, he might not have did much, but when we start looking at the different tournaments that we were in, and then now like the League 1 playoff, yeah, they're gonna have those. They don't combine it. Angle with 2, Topoko had 1. Yeah, it's crazy Because in real life, like when you go to Wikipedia, they'll just combine it all and say, hey, yeah, he had this, that, and the third, four. Just his caps for the team. And this is what he had. And yeah, I'm looking at it now. Back to talking about, obviously, we had an amazing season getting promoted. Back to talking about my brother in the cleats. I'm literally looking at it now. He has these Predators on. Actually, it says Genesis on it. So let me go look that up. Black soccer cleat Genesis. With the black and gold. It's crazy that it just came up too. I think it still is Predator. It just says Genesis on it, if I'm not mistaken. Because the way how the cleat look, there ain't no Genesis. It might say Genesis on it. I'm not sure. Or Nemesis. I'm tripping. I don't say no damn What's a Nemesis? The hell's a Genesis, bro? Yeah, there it is. The Adidas Nemesis. That's what Nemesis. These Messi's cleats or something? Them shit's just 150 right now if you want to grab them. So it wasn't the Predators. And then he had, like I said, he had the 2020 Nike Black Vapors. And then we had the Jordan, what was it? Jordan 11 baseball cleats. I'm trying. No, it wasn't 11. What number was they, bro? They wasn't. Was they 10s? No, they wasn't. Damn near wasn't 12s. And I'm not a Jordans guy. I'm trying to get that in for you for this damn episode. And yeah, it was the Jordan 10 cleats. Yeah, Air Jordan 10. Yeah, these the Vapors right here. Nike. No, that's not it. It's Vape because they have Vapor all. Yeah, the Nike Vapor Untouchables. Speed 3 TDs. Because it had Vapor all across the back. So, that's all the cleats and stuff, man. Shoot, he might have even got another one, if I'm not mistaken, for the All-Star game. I think he might have. I know he had got gloves and stuff for the All-Star. No, he was wearing the Vapors. That boy had 3 cleats for his senior year alone, and then he had practice cleats, which is crazy. And I'm talking about how, I was styling because I had the one different for my senior year and then the practice. But here we are, man. We setting up a new season, getting ready for next year. And there it goes, the end of another one of my videos. Thank you for watching. See you soon.